Hi, I'm Sean Kosofsky, the Nonprofit Fixer, and I just want to do a quick video for you today about the Success Journal, mostly an executive director success journal. I am a huge believer that nonprofit leaders don't get the training or support they need, and one of the features of being a nonprofit CEO is that your board, your bosses, don't work there. Right? They're usually not experts on the mission. They're usually not experts on running nonprofits, and they also don't even work there. So you sometimes have to be your own best advocate because no one's observing your day-to-day accomplishments and challenges. So therefore, you need to track them yourself. You need to really think about your annual review. If you're an executive director or any high-performing or higher-up leader in a nonprofit, think about your annual review or any kind of review that you're going to get. They're going to measure you against your job description and goals, maybe the strategic plan. But what about all the other stuff you're getting done? What about the 150 different things you're accomplishing throughout the year that no one notices? The crises that you averted, the emotional labor that you brought to a community meeting, right? All of this stuff is important. And we need to remind our boards, because they don't work there, of all that we're doing. So I encourage every executive director to use an executive director success journal. I have a lot of clients who use this, and it's powerful. I'm going to show you the tool here. It's very simple. You can create it on your own, but I have a mock-up of this. So on my screen, I just want to make sure I have this. There we go. I'm going to scroll down so you can sort of see it. There's some text up here. That's not the most important part. Later on, you could see that. But basically, keeping track in your own way of these items. Problems I was able to solve or improve. This is outside of normal ED stuff, normal executive director stuff. Here are some things that I was able to solve or improve. So maybe you improved the organization's reputation or branding. Maybe that wasn't even in your job description. Maybe you helped solve some electrical or structural stuff in your building that needed to be solved for people to feel safe. How about relationships and partnerships that I'm building, right? So the long and tedious and time-consuming work of relationship building rarely results in a metric or a proven accomplishment, but it is this deep relationship building that helps get our calls returned. It is the relationship building that helps create thought leadership, right? We need to log these things. Without my actions or judgment, these things would be worse. So where are some areas where if it hadn't been for you at the helm, they would have gone completely awry? Right? Log that. These are important things, especially when you come up for your review and you get a stinging 3 out of 5 from your chair on whether you averted catastrophe or not. Then, ways I've made us more effective, nimble, or resilient. Ways I've grown our capacity, technology, training, reputation, systems, processes, policies, all of that. Ways I've created the conditions for success and mission attainment. This is really important because at the end of the day, what everyone's rowing toward is mission attainment, achieving the mission. So log all the things you're doing that are creating the conditions for success. I'm doing this, we're going to see the dividends of this in 2 years, but this is why we've begun doing X, Y, and Z. Ways I've strengthened our PR, public standing, or visibility. Ways I've grown our retained human resources, how you've kept vendors and staff on board, right? Instead of leaving, spending a lot of energy having to find new talent. Ways I've strengthened the quality or rigor of our systems. So these are the kinds of things I want you to be thinking about. If you're a leader or an executive director specifically, track this throughout the year. I will give this tool away in the description section down below, but I just wanted folks to know that this is out there for you, and this is a support for all these executive directors. If you like this video, please like me and subscribe and give me a comment down below. Thanks so much.